For our last athlete of today's show, it's somebody that I haven't met in person, but I met their sister, so this is kind of weird. I'm seeing double. But it's great to have Brooke Conway with us today. Brooke, let's just get the formalities out of the way. We got a lot of stuff to talk about your life, but we're going to get through it. I'm going to try my best. So first of all, just tell me, where are you from?
I'm from Noblesville, Indiana. I went to Noblesville High School. Yeah.
And did you play soccer in high school?
Yes, yeah. I played soccer all 4 years of high school and was a part of a team that went to regionals and semi-state, so it was a pretty exciting time in high school. Yeah.
So you went to regionals and semi-state?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
I mean, it was a pretty crazy year for us. I mean, it was the first time we had won sectionals and went on to regionals, and unfortunately in semi-state we lost by I think a goal to a really good program, Penn, in high school. But yeah, it was the first time our high school team had gone that far in a while, so it was a pretty exciting year, and our seniors were really close, and a lot of us went on to go play in college, so it was a pretty good team. Yeah.
And obviously you went on to play in college.
Yeah.
How'd you get recruited at IU East?
Well, I really had been looking at smaller schools, but obviously my sister went here, so I knew of IU East. But the funny thing is, my sister was giving tours to the soccer recruits for Shane, because he didn't really know too many athletes, and he had just gotten close with a lot of the basketball players. But one day she had mentioned that I played soccer, and he had no idea that she even had a sister that played soccer. So one day I get a phone call from him, and basically was explaining the whole situation with my sister, and it's like, hey, your sister has been giving tours and this and that. And I actually was slightly familiar with Shane because he did a couple training sessions for my club team at FC Pride, but I didn't really know him that well, and just basically went from there, and my sister gave me a tour and did that whole thing. But yeah, I mean, Shane was a big part of me coming here, even though my sister did go here. Just his enthusiasm about starting a new program and the idea of being on a completely new program and hopefully getting to play some decent minutes because of that was pretty attractive to me. Not to mention the price of tuition is outstanding here, and getting an IU degree, you really can't beat it. So it was an easy decision after that.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's funny that you mentioned that Haley actually gave you a tour.
Yeah.
It's funny because my sister also goes to IU East, so
really?
I have a sibling relationship here. Well, I like to call it a relationship. We get kind of on our nerves a little bit. But is it weird having a sibling in college?
Not really. I mean, I think it was nice just her kind of showing me the ropes, and we've always had a pretty close relationship, so it's not like it was overbearing or annoying having her here. I think it was nice, and it was also nice just having her support of my athletics, and I would go and support her at basketball, and it's been a fun relationship, I think.
And that picture on screen, I think, is a great representation of how close your family is.
Yeah.
What's your time been like at IU East playing soccer for this team?
It's been pretty crazy, and it's been really exciting. Freshman year, I played every single minute of every game, overtime games, and we had, I don't know how many overtime games that season, just with all the injuries we had. And then sophomore year, getting so close in the conference tournament and losing in PKs was definitely hard, but then winning last year was incredible after that, and just being the first team in history of the program to win a conference championship and go to nationals was really something special, and I hope to do it again. We're playing tomorrow for the semifinals, so yeah, it's been really cool to make history. So
how do you anticipate the postseason is going to go this year?
I'm hoping we're going to have similar success to last season. Really hopeful for the game tomorrow. I think we'll have a good result there and see who we play in the championship and go from there. But yeah, I'm looking to repeat and go to nationals again. So.
And it seems pretty likely too, especially since there have been so many injuries on the team. It's been an extremely long season playing both in fall and spring, but now I've heard everybody's either healthy or mostly healthy, and it should be a full team.
Yeah, we should be close. We do have a couple injuries here and there, but I think we're going to be looking good tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm excited.
So, good luck then.
I'll
be there,
Thank
but
you. Yeah,
we'll get to watch
of
it.
course.
And another thing that you do besides soccer, and this is actually pretty important, is in your field of research. Remind me again, what's your academic major here?
My major is human life science, and then I will have minors in chemistry and exercise science as well.
And you actually participated in the Student Research Day here at IU East. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically just an amalgamation of different research projects and things like that at IU East from the students. Is this your first time participating?
Yeah, this was my first time participating in it, yep.
And what was the topic?
So my Student Research Day project was for my honors senior thesis. So all of the seniors in the honors program are required to participate in Student Research Day and present their honors thesis, which is kind of like the last big thing that we have to do to graduate from the honors program. And my thesis focused on the benefits of playing pickleball in older adults. So what I did for that was kind of a literature review of pretty much all the research I could find on the topic, and then I did some observations at a local physical therapy clinic here in town called Cutting Edge Physical Therapy. And then also I did some observations out at the local pickleball courts, the Clear Creek pickleball courts. It's kind of over by Earlham. But I basically just wanted to see kind of what relationship I could find between playing pickleball and whether or not that would have a positive impact on older adults. And since it is a relatively new sport, the current body of research was kind of small. So I was able to find some smaller studies that indicated some hints of some positive relationships in terms of lower body power, which can help with balance and coordination and stuff like that, which is very important for older adults just because they're at a higher risk of falls and that sort of thing, and chronic diseases and conditions. But there was a good majority of research that indicated that it has a positive effect on their mental health and their social well-being, just because it has that kind of positive group environment and they're getting out and socializing, not to mention they're getting some exercise, which older adults are definitely not getting the proper amount of exercise that they should. So getting out and participating in physical activity definitely will help prevent some of those chronic diseases and hopefully the risk of falls, which I want to do more research on in the future just to hopefully contribute to that body of knowledge on the topic. But the experience was also really good because I'm going into physical therapy and I'm going to be going to grad school at Indiana State starting this summer. So it was nice to kind of get in the physical therapy clinic and see how the patient population is and if some of those patients might have benefited from playing pickleball. So it was a cool experience to kind of combine my love for sports and a new sport that I really didn't know much about prior to, and then also helping me prepare for my future career. So it was a really cool experience.
Yeah, I was just so surprised too, because when you mentioned pickleball, I was thinking back to my middle school time because my principal, or at least past principal, and all the teachers used to play pickleball in the middle school gym. So I had no clue. I knew some people had played it, but I didn't know it was so popular with the older adults.
Yeah, it is very popular across the whole country, and here in Richmond they have a group on Facebook I'm even a part of, and they're all always encouraging each other to go play at the courts, and it's huge across the country, which I had no idea about it until last year. So, yeah.
Well, before I let you go, do you have any advice for a college student coming from high school to college, playing sports, getting into academics? How does one balance both sports and academics in their lives?
It's definitely hard at times, but I know everyone probably gets tired of hearing this, but it's just all about time management, and there's days that you're probably going to procrastinate, and that's fine, but at the end of the day, you really just have to, sit down and get the work done, and there's days where you're going to be doing homework on the bus, traveling, but if you want to be successful, and especially if you want to go into grad school or other things after college, you really just have to prioritize school, and at the end of the day, you're a student before you're an athlete. So prioritize that and manage your time the best you can and just get things done.
Well, thank you so much, Brooke, for stopping by on the show, and also good luck with the upcoming postseason.
Thank you.
I'll be watching.
Thank you very much.
This has been another episode of Inside IUB Sports. Take care.